May I please request Dr. Sharma to present his welcome address.
Dignitaries on the dais, our chief guest this morning, Honorable Education Minister, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, and the person behind this entire show, the brainchild, the services sector, when we talk about the initiative of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Shri Sudhanshu Pandeyji, and of course, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Assam, we have got over here Shri Ipanji. We have got ambassadors, high commissioners, Ayurvedic College, Habibji, and President of CWMTS with us, and Harshvardhanji, the CEO, and of course, next to the heart of everybody from the Northeast region, the media entertainment industry, Bobby Bediji. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the second day of the conference. Yesterday we had a couple of deliberations. Sudhanshu Pandeyji, the Joint Secretary from the Ministry of Commerce and Industries, with whose initiative last year, in the month of February 2016, we had initiated Services Sector Conference over here for the Northeast region. And yesterday and today, we have the follow-up of this particular conference. Now I will quickly touch on to the glimpses of what we have deliberated yesterday, because Sudhanshu Pandeyji was busy with the World Bank meeting, which was by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and this morning, he has come, he has joined us. Yesterday we had Madam Sangeeta Saxena. Now, this particular conference, last year, we took the whole spectrum of the services sector. But today we have taken two main segments. One is the education sector and second is the health sector. In education sector, we have basically taken the higher education, of course, blended with the skills. That is the part what we have taken with the capacity building, what all can be done. And with regard to health sector, because we deliberated on 5th of September, once again with the initiative of Ministry of Commerce and Industry with Pandeyji, where the super specialty hospital and allopathic and paramedical services and manpower export from this region we had discussed. So this time, as a follow-up conference, we have taken the herbal-based, health-based initiative, what all can be done. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to be proud of it that Patanjali has set up its own plant right over here in the Northeast, which I presume is the first plant which has been set up for the indigenous production of herbal-based, natural, whatsoever could be done, which has come up in Tejpur just 3 days back, and in 135 days, they have made the plant operational. Big hand for Patanjali, coming all the way to the Northeast region. That's a very big initiative. Yesterday in the evening, because we keep seeing cultural programs, a lot of initiatives that way, but the uniqueness of the yesterday's program, when we had herbal, health-based cultural confluence of the entire Northeast region, it was Ayurvedic doctors from Ayurvedic colleges, and they participated in that, and doctors performing, preaching, displaying, demonstrating. That was something unique, packaging. My deep gratitude and thanks to Dr. Das, the principal of the Ayurvedic College. Big hand for the gentleman as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, follow-up conference, as I have made a mention, of course, the various segments of the services sector, but two areas we are focusing, which we have discussed. Now, in education, when we are talking about, there are different spectrums in different areas which has to be taken care of. As far as the mandate of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry is concerned, how to export services-related ventures from India and how to partner, particularly with the countries, and this time the initiative of the CLMV countries from the ASEAN, the big spectrum, the 4 countries, the Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, and our Vietnam. These 4 countries which we have taken. When we are talking about higher education, we have taken different spectrums. Humanities, traditional, every boy wants to go, every girl wants to go for BA, BCom, and something, which can be done in history, political science, or whatsoever subject. Technical education, again, something very important, which is emerging and which is growing very fast. Services sector, today you need specialists for every area, whether for tourism, for hospitality, for airlines, for retail, for IT, for telecom, anything you talk about, banking, insurance, and of course, Northeast, Bedisa will be talking with you a little later. This particular area, the region being cut out, where every child I personally feel is born with the music sense, either they play instrument or they sing, and I'm pretty sure our education minister also sings a lot of beautiful songs from Longding area. That's the way, you know, every youth has grown from this particular region, everybody. Radio, television, theatre, music, films, whatsoever we can talk about, and today animation. Yesterday we were talking about, if we recollect, I recapitulate, prime focus today, Naresh Malhotra, with whom we have been working very, very closely, and Bedi Saab quoted earlier in one of the meetings, I still recollect, in Mumbai or somewhere in Delhi, I can't recollect. Oh, it was Global Expo and Services by the Ministry of Commerce in April 2015. The first part when it was done in Delhi, Bedi Saab also made a mention over there, and I still recollect onto those things. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a tremendous potential. Prime focus started from a small place in Mumbai, and today Naresh Malhotra's son is sitting in US, and things are coming from Hollywood all the way to India for making it as a finished product, and whatsoever best can be done onto that. So, services sector, very important component we would be touching. Vocationals, again, very, very important. Ipan Saab is taking care of for the skills development along with the planning and other initiative in government of Assam. But yesterday, Ravi Kapoor Sahab set a tone, and I think each one of us would appreciate what all he shared. We will recapitulate in 2 minutes. Okay. Now, we talked last evening in the costume show about the finishing school concept also, and we have made a moral commitment from the chamber. We are going for 10 days to Vietnam for a complimentary program, training program from our chamber, where we would be helping and empowering whatsoever is possible for the educators, for the trainers, for the teachers and the youth of Vietnam. Let's clap for Vietnam the best possible. And then that we discussed with His Excellency Laos also, and of course Myanmar. After 2 days, there's a program which Pandesa will be discussing in a while with you. They are going for health and related areas. Now, this was one recommendation, sir, I would like to share with you, which was given yesterday by Ravi Kapoorji, that the Northeast Industrial Investment Promotion Policy, which is coming to an end on 31st of March, and recently from the Niti Aayog, the CEO and the team was invited over here by Government of Assam, and they made a presentation, and the best part was, they said that services should also be included in this particular policy as a part of the program, so that the scope can go for next 10 years as an incentive based for the Northeast region. And the second part, very interesting, when he mentioned about flights, when he mentioned about air connectivity, he said liability gap funding for the Northeast region for the aviation sector was the second area. He says we can explore the possibilities initially to make the airlines operational in this particular region. Some incentives which has to be given, and some liability gaps can also be filled, which could be taken part of. Okay. He also made a mention about Quality Council of India, which is the initiative of our Sudhanshu Pandeyji. Now over there, how the dual certification should be done, so that the children, the youth from the Northeast, those are moving to other parts, other countries, they should have a direct, entry and acceptance level for making a job or going for whatsoever they move on. This was the map which we discussed, and something interesting on this map, which was, where is the slide? I just wanted to have a look at it. Where is the slide on that? Very interesting slide which he has shown yesterday. I wish to share with all of you. That was the most important slide which we had yesterday, where he has given what are the distances between Delhi to Guwahati, what are the distances between Delhi and the capital of the Laos, what is the distance between the capital from Guwahati to Hanoi, that is the Vietnam part. Then he talked about Myanmar, and there he gave the comparative chart and the comparative table, and he told The most important thing, if we want to promote services sector in the northeast region, the services sector, the prelude to that has to be the aviation and the connectivity has to be taken care of. That I'm sure and well aware, each one of us yesterday, when we shared that particular slide, that gave us really something very meaningful, and that basically set the tone for the entire discussion and deliberations. And that was one of the most important recommendations which had come yesterday from Ravi Kapoorji as the Additional Chief Secretary and in charge for industrial policy, development and other processes. This was the slide which he had shown yesterday, and that basically has gone to our system, that what are the distances, what we have got. If we come from Delhi to Guwahati, and from Guwahati if we travel to CLMV countries, he gave the Guwahati to New Delhi distance 1500 kilometers, Guwahati to Calcutta 525, Guwahati to Mumbai 2074, Guwahati to Dhaka just 303. He told also a request to the CLMV countries and the ministry. He says Bangladesh should also be included with the CLMV because there's a tremendous potential and it can be clubbed over there. And then Guwahati, of course, other areas we can just have a look at it. Yesterday he has deliberated. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, I personally extend a very hearty welcome to each one of you on behalf of Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And I would request Shri Sudhanshu Pandeyji, because he is the person who is taking care of the entire services sector, whatsoever we have to do in the region, in the ASEAN, in the CLMV, in the Northeast, as an integrated development and approach, what all can be done from here. With these words, hearty welcome to each one of you once again. And the last point, Ravi Kapoorji also touched that 9th of June, they are planning to have Cinematic Tourism Conference in Mumbai as an initiative from the government of Assam, where the Honorable Chief Minister would also be there, and the production houses from the television, from the films and other areas would be invited. We're showcasing the Northeast together, and of course with Assam taking a lead on it. With this, once again, hearty welcome to each one of you, and I request Sudhanshu Pandeyji to kindly take on today's presentation. Big hand for Sudhanshu Pandeyji, the Joint Secretary. And at SINBAC, we are grateful to you. Thank you.